Hi, love. How are you tonight? Thanks so much for taking the time out of your day to watch the replay of this video. If you are new to the page, hello. My name is Aubrey Daimler. I am an author, coach, and energy healer who helps women with endometriosis to naturally manage pain, increase energy, and find peace with endo. So today I wanted to answer another question that a fellow endo sister had when it comes to naturally managing endometriosis, which is how to afford doing so when you're on a limited budget, how to afford the food and the supplements and perhaps some of these treatments that you want to try in the holistic realm of things. So I thought I would share some tips on that tonight. If you are watching me live, go ahead and say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and type replay in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. I love to know who's joining me. So when it comes to food, let's start there. How can we afford and save a little bit of money when it comes to eating healthy, right? So one of the top things that we can do, of course, is cook more at home. So avoid eating out all the time. The more that we cook at home, the healthier it's going to be for us, and the more you're going to save from not having to tip somebody and from going out and paying for overpriced food, right? So that's a big thing, first and foremost, is to cook more for yourself. And when it comes to picking what to eat, to buy things that are in season, right? So these are going to be a little bit lower price since there's more of them in abundance. To buy local foods. And if you can shop, at a farmer's market, if you've got something that's close to you there, that tends to be a little bit cheaper. And do what you can to buy in bulk, right? So for me, there are certain fruits and vegetables that I like to eat often. So apples, for instance, or bananas, or things that I can buy in larger quantities. And then to keep things fresh, you can keep them in the fridge. And I've actually started keeping my apples like in a glass Tupperware type container, and that's keeping them nice and fresh longer, especially here in the heat. So buying in bulk and then doing what you can to put them in the fridge or to seal them off so that they last longer is another great way to save money as well. And then again, buying what's in season. So that makes it cheaper as well. And being aware of the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. So this is a report that comes out from the Environmental Working Group. You can get the latest reports. I think it's EWR.org, Environmental Working Group. I think that's what the URL is. Or you can just Google the Clean 15. So this is going to give you the foods that have less pesticide residue on them. So if you're trying to eat healthy but you can't afford to buy everything organic, knowing which foods are a little bit cleaner, that don't have as many chemicals on them. So I know some off the top of my head are going to be like avocados, which are great for endo and feeling better, and pineapples, and onions, I believe, are on there, and asparagus. So those are the ones I know off the top of my head because those are ones that I eat frequently. So these are okay to not buy organic. Really anything that's in a hardened shell, right? If you think about the pineapples are protected by that pokey shell, that it's not gonna be as big of a deal to eat those non-organically. So just to be aware of that, again, so you can get the list online if you Google it, and that updates every year, so you can get the latest report for 2019. And overall, I think reducing, sorry, I've got a plane coming overhead. Should pass soon. Overall, reducing your animal protein intake is another way to help save money. So trying not to eat animal protein every meal of the day is going to help you feel better overall, as well as save you money as well. So those are some tips to get you started. Hey, thanks for watching. Mark, I don't know how to pronounce your first name. I don't want to butcher it, but thank you for being here. If you are watching live, go ahead and say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. So those are the first few tips when it comes to food. So again, buying local, buying what's in season, being aware of the Clean 15, cooking at home as much as you can, and then just reducing your animal protein intake. Those are going to save you money right off the bat. So when it comes to things like supplements, right, I know that this can start to add up quickly if you're buying all of the things out there that are recommended for endometriosis. So when it comes to supplements, I would consider what's helping you the most. Hey ladies, thanks for hopping on. Hey Jenny. Raleigh, North Carolina, it's beautiful out there. Thanks so much for watching. So when it comes to supplements, I think prioritizing what's helping you the most, and then seeing where you can find deals on it. So I like to shop on Amazon, which I know a large percentage of the world does. So you can get deals on there. If you put stuff in your cart, then you can see when things are going on sale, and they'll let you know. So looking for deals when you can with the supplements, and then prioritizing which ones are the most helpful for you. So I am in the process of putting together a new free guide for y'all with my top supplement recommendations. So that is coming soon. Keep a watch out for that. But just not trying to take everything under the sun, right? But just focusing on those things that really help. For me, I would say probably my number one supplement would be magnesium, right? This is one that helps a lot, calm your nervous system and helps you to feel better. So figuring out what's really worth it, what's actually making a difference, instead of trying to buy all of the supplements out there. So that's some tips with that. The third thing, when it comes to alternative type treatments, if you're looking to explore some of these holistic options, I was chatting with April Christina on the podcast, which just came out last night, if you haven't checked it out. And one thing she was talking about on there was how she tried acupuncture, and she looked into it and realized that her health insurance actually covered acupuncture. So, and that was something that she wasn't even aware of all the years that she was at her job until she looked into it. So, that's a good thing to explore if you've got insurance, is to see if any of these alternative type things are covered. Acupuncture being one that tends to be on there. Even massage therapy, I think, can be covered sometimes if you have a referral from your doctor. So don't be afraid to look into that to see if your insurance can give you a little cut on the price, or if they'll cover some of it for you. When it comes to acupuncture also, I know that there are like students out there that are looking to practice per se. So if you want to be brave and try somebody that's new, you can look for certain deals when it comes to that as well. And that's in any industry in the holistic type world, looking for somebody who may be a little bit new and maybe charging a little bit less. So just being open to explore that as well. If you have other services, if you happen to be like an entrepreneur or something of that manner, perhaps you can swap some services with somebody in the wellness industry, kind of do some bartering exchanges with your time, rather than paying for the service. Maybe you can trade some type of service that you offer. So really ultimately, I think when it comes to living this way, living more holistically and trying to save money, I think it's all about being aware of where you're spending your money, right? And prioritizing where that's going. I know that was a big shift for me when I first started on this was, okay, do I need this, or am I going to invest in my health? And swapping those priorities and putting yourself at the top of the list. Because when you start to feel better, and when you start to invest in yourself and into your health, things are going to come easier naturally, right? 44 had endometriosis. So let me just read your comment here. My daughter found out she had it at 15. She's now 21. Awesome. I'm sorry that your daughter's dealing with it now, but hopefully you've gained some wisdom along the way to help her with that. Hey, Marcia, thanks for being here. I hope that this is helpful for you. I know that a lot of us are on a limited budget. Having endometriosis makes it hard sometimes to work full time, right? So we've got to do what we can with the money that we're bringing in. So again, being aware of where your money's going, and then putting priority on your health and looking to where you're spending, right? And perhaps I don't need a new pair of shoes. Instead, I'm going to invest in, a supplement that's going to help me to feel better, or perhaps a massage or something of that nature. So really looking at what your priorities are, where your money is going, I think can help as well. So just to review some of these tips to help you if you're on a limited budget with the food, again, buy local, buy things that are in season, take advantage of the farmers markets that are out here if you're in the Northern Hemisphere in the summertime right now. Being aware of the Clean 15 if you're not able to buy everything organic, knowing which foods you can buy conventional that are going to be not as highly sprayed with the pesticides. And then when it comes to supplements, looking for the deals, figuring out which ones are helping you the most and prioritizing that. And then, using something like Amazon or VitaCost or some of these online options that do have a little bit lower costs on the supplements. And then when it comes to these alternative type treatments, being open to trying some people who may be new to the industry, some of the students, and then looking into your health insurance, seeing if some of these things cover it, and if you can save some money that way. So another affordable option that I have put together for all of us is Peace with Endo Connect, which is a monthly membership program that provides you education and support and community, all based around holistic management of endo. So if you're looking for a roadmap on how to manage things and in an affordable manner, check out Peace with Endo Connect. I'm opening the doors again on this next month, but you can join the waitlist at peacewithendo.com/connect. So if you're looking for more guidance and need help in an affordable manner, definitely check that out. But I hope that these tips were helpful for you tonight. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'm sending you all so much love. Mwah! We'll chat soon. Bye for now.